Hey y'all, it's Mary, and this is Mary Catherine Loves Cats. Welcome. This is my Friday night gab, and that picture that you just saw was the very first picture I ever saw of my honeybee. Way back, it's been 5.5 years she's been with me. I had just turned 55 a couple of months before, and I was very active on Facebook, and there is a rescue group here that would post pictures of animals, and I would share the pictures and everything. And they posted a picture of the one you just saw, and said, "This is a senior, and nobody wants her. We can't get her adopted." They had tried, and they were having trouble adopting her. And it hit me. Well, I'm a senior, and I started to cry, and I sent them a message. I'll take her, because. I'm like, nobody wants her and she's a senior. I'll take her. So I really did cry, emotional, how, women, we can be emotional and all that. And I knew the people from the group very well because they worked a lot with the veterinary clinic that I worked for. So they trusted me to take her and to do right by her. And what had happened with Honeybee was her name was Baby Girl. And her owners got her when she was young. And the vet that they took her, the veterinarian that they took her to, had some records, but not a lot of records. They didn't know she was spayed, but we could tell over time she was, there was no scar to see. We looked, but she never did, go into heat or anything. So she must have been spayed somewhere along the line. Maybe not by them. I don't know if they had her since she was a kitten, but she is a little thing. She was the smallest cat I've ever had. And she was called Baby Girl, and it was a married couple, and then they were getting divorced. So nobody knows the timeline. They think when I got her, she was around 11 or 12, somewhere in that range. So I made her 11 just to, put something in the computer to have a date for her birth. And what happened was when they were getting divorced, they kicked her out of the house. So was that a week before they brought her to the vet? No, because she was in bad shape. But had she been outside for a couple of years, raised in a house, I'm not, cats are smart and they can catch their own food if they're outside. But to go from being pampered and loved, supposedly, who knows if that really happened, and then being kicked outside to fend for yourself is different. And that's what she had to do. And when she, at some point, the husband or the wife brought her to their veterinary clinic and said, "We don't want her." So the doctor there, examined her and said, "We need to euthanize her because she's in such bad shape." But one of the girls that worked there, one of the technicians, said, "Please let me work with her and see what I can do." She was so covered with fleas. People might think, well, fleas, just give them something to get the fleas off them. No, fleas eat your blood. That's what they're there for. They're there to take all your blood. And they had really taken a lot of her blood. She was very weak. She was a wreck. She was just in horrible shape. Most people would have euthanized her. But this technician said, "No, I want to see what I can do." So she took care of her for a little while, and then she got this group to take her once they got her basically healthy. So the group took her and could not get her adopted out. And they tried. So then I took her. And my clinic thought that they swindled me because the cat was still so sickly and in such bad health. They thought they took advantage of my good nature. Well, let Mary take her in because she can have all these tests and things done. And I do get a discount, but I still have to pay money. So I don't get stuff for free there. And that, I understand that because they have to make a living too. So every test that can be imagined was run on her. She had all kinds of problems. She had her teeth, there's a name for it, but I can't remember it. Her teeth were welded to her gums, to her jaw. She had to have a lot of teeth removed. She hated everybody and everything. And she also had coccidia, so she was contagious for about a month when I brought her home. So I had to wait till the testing was, I'd have to take her every so often, and once the test was that she was no longer contagious, I had to give her medicine every day to a cat that didn't like me. She stayed in my spare bedroom and got to know the boys a little bit from under the door. And I've told you all this story before. And then when she was let out and slowly let out, she took over the house. She was 8.5 pounds, and she was the boss of Buddy, the dog, who was 65 pounds. All the boys in the house, she was in control. That tends to happen with a female cat, just so you all know. So anyway, I've had her for 5.5 years, and I have been so blessed by her. Everybody said to me that I was so good to take her and to give her a better life, but no, she blessed me. She blessed me tremendously. Y'all, I had to put her down yesterday. She was in very bad shape. This past weekend, I was home the whole entire weekend with her, and she was not well. But I don't know if it was just me being with her. She seemed to be a lot better by Sunday evening. But then on Thursday, she stopped eating again. She was eating, not eating. She would eat canned food, not dry food. Please, all y'all, I don't want you to worry about me or be sorry for me. I don't want y'all to send me anything. I know that you love me. I don't want you to do anything for me, really. Just pray for me, okay? I'm going to show you a bunch of pictures of her at the end here, some little snippets and things. And I just wanted to make a remembrance of her, and that's what this video is, okay? And I had her for 5.5 years. It took her 3 years to trust me. She used to bite me and attack me, but I wouldn't give up on her. And then the last couple of years, she had stopped biting me. She finally trusted me, and she liked to be with me all the time. So I'm just so glad that she was able to have some love. And that's why I changed her name too, because I didn't want her to hear someone calling her baby girl that was gonna be ugly to her. And a honeybee, a bee is like an impossibility. It's like a miracle creature. Its wings are not big enough to hold its body up, but it's a miracle. So that's what I felt about her. She just had the will to live. So y'all, thank you so much for being here. Count your blessings. Please, I really mean it. I don't want you to send me anything. I'm not on here for pity. If you can say just a prayer for me, maybe. And if you want to do something, make a donation to your local shelter or, no-kill shelters and things like that. That would be great. Go adopt a senior pet, because they will give you so much joy, even though you only have them for a few years. Dogs, cats, they need us too, okay? Thank you all so much, and count your blessings. Love y'all. You gonna play? Honeybee, what you do, pretty girl?